Hello, you are with me, the voice of ability owner for persons with disability. United Nations statistics estimate that over 600 million people live with disability globally, and over 400 million people live with disability in Africa. 40% of Africa's population are made up of people living with disability. 10 to 15% of school-age children in Africa live with disability. Ghana's population is over 32 million, and 8% are people living with disability. How does this impact on persons with disability in terms of policy formulation, marriage and family life, education, healthcare, employment, and so on? For those of us in the disability community, discrimination and stigmatization is the root cause of almost every challenge we face. However, success only comes to those who know how to overcome their challenges and not those who know how to avoid challenges. So join me, the voice of ability and for persons with disability, as I navigate my way through the riveting stories, the unbelievable experiences, and the life-transforming journeys of persons with disability on the Helping Hand TV show.
Is the Helping Hand TV show we can visit at Singapore. H4P at Singapore.
This is a very special edition coming to you all the way from Singapore. Stay tuned. It's a Helping Hand TV show. Hello and welcome to another exciting and inspiring edition of the Helping Hand TV show, where we seek to throw the spotlight on the abilities of persons with disability. And like I say, you are welcome. Welcome to my world where disability is not inability. Special thanks to DB Unlimited Company Limited and Fast Chapel, my proud sponsors. I'll go for a quick break. When I come back, I'll introduce you to this very exciting edition of the Helping Hand TV show. Stay tuned. I'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, you are with me, the voice of ability on air for persons with disability, and today I want to introduce you to someone with so much ability. Some people call her the greatest friend, others call her the sweet companion, and others still call her the faithful worker. She is dependable, reliable, and adorable, and she's committed to lending you a helping hand anytime, anywhere. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome DV Cleaners.
DV Cleaners Alata Samana Shower Gels, DV Cleaners Aloe Vera Shower Gels, DV Cleaners Body Lotions, DV Cleaners Hair Shampoos, DV Cleaners Hair Conditioners, DV Cleaners Liquid Detergents, DV Cleaners Hand Wash, DV Cleaners Floor Cleaners, DV Cleaners Toilet Cleaners, DV Cleaners Cake Soaps, and now introducing DV Cleaners Hand Sanitizers. For bulk purchase, call us on +233 278 308 246 or +233 244 467 326. DV Cleaners, one of the top most made in Ghana products. DV Cleaners, proudly Ghanaian.
And so remember that anytime you purchase any of the DV Cleaners range of products, you are lending a helping hand to a person with disability, and you are supporting H4P Organization's special advocacy for persons with disability. DV Cleaners,
Nature's finest touch.
Welcome back. Is the Helping Hand TV show we can visit at Singapore. H4P at Singapore.
This is a very special edition coming to you all the way from Singapore. Stay tuned. It's a Helping Hand TV show. Hello, welcome back to the Helping Hand TV show. With me, the voice of ability and for persons with disability. This is a special edition. Helping Hand is coming to you all the way from Singapore. The Helping Hand team, we are in Singapore and we are visiting the Enabling Village, a disability hub, and it was an experience to be cherished. And I want to share with you some of the things we learned from the Enabling Village. It's a Helping Hand TV show. Let's go into the tour. Enjoy it. We'll be right back.
this special edition of the Helping Hand TV show is coming to you all the way from Singapore. The Helping Hand team is visiting the Enabling Village. So something about the Enabling Village. At Enabling Village, one enjoys the thoughtfulness of unparalleled urban space planning, which supports universal design and accessibility, social innovation, training, and employment. Its repurposed architecture extends beyond the physical through a considerate offering of amenities, disability, community, and assistive technology services to promote connectedness and enterprise amongst inclusive community and social businesses.
Caregivers in Singapore, today we are blessed, have a strong support system, which includes possible funding that's being worked on, but a lot of support. As they are the unsung heroes. Without them, and today we have organizations that actually categorically are named, they have programs where caregivers for persons with mental health issues, caregivers for persons with disabilities, and sometimes it actually crosses over, either or.
So special training for them?
Yes, in Singapore, and it's fully funded. So I had the opportunity to actually attend a program which was 12 weeks, 2 hours once a week for 12 weeks. And it was for me to actually care for my mom. So even though I'm a PWD, I care for her. And the same is said that, it doesn't mean that we can't do it. I have my caregiver who helps me. She actually attended the program to help her mom who's with dementia. So there's a lot of support systems here, and I'll be more than glad to share with you some of them that you can get in touch, for future trip or even to find out more.
Sure.
Okay.
The wheelchair.
Okay.
So I noticed you use the mechanized wheelchair. Back in Ghana and most of Africa, this is like a luxury.
It is, even in Singapore.
Oh, yeah.
Majority who transition. So here's a bit of history. I have what is known as the most rarest disease in the world. My injury or my disability is not based on an injury. It's because somehow or another I had the gene in me. It's known as Charcot-Marie Tooth. And interesting enough, if you research, it's actually quite prominent in Africa. Essentially what happens is it's a hereditary disease, rare, 1 in 2005. Worldwide. It means that we are missing a particular gene, that affects our nerves. So over time, if you look at the palm of your hands, you notice there's no muscles here anymore. So for us, basically, the extremities are the first things affected. Loss of muscle in the hands, the lower legs. If I want to give you an idea of the pain we are in, and you will say, no, Sheldon. Think of your worst case of pins and needles. Now that's momentary, we are on it 24/7. So I hide it pretty well because I built my own personal resistance.
Hello and thank you for being with me on this special edition of the Helping Hand TV show, coming to you all the way from Singapore. I want to apologize sincerely for the poor sound quality and the poor picture quality. But apart from that, so many lessons, so many takeaways that we can take from this. And so let's enjoy it and let's learn something. Stay tuned.
This would be an example of, even though it's a rare disease, the medical aspects of it was actually taken care by the government to say we recognize it. We recognize you as a person with disability.
So medications also can be.
There's no medication. For what I have, there is no medication, no cure. And for me, basically, it's as good as saying, you know what, it's like a death sentence. You're going to live with it for the rest of your life. But fortunately, our life expectancy is usually pretty much normal. The chances of a person passing from what I have, which is called CMT, is in the event the muscles in our respiratory system shut down. But most of it is really not so much respiratory, but it's the body. So if you can see, I'm pretty built. The only thing is I don't have the strength to even carry a fork and spoon properly. Okay, so transiting, okay, is usually gradual. Some are born with it. In my case, I had carried the gene until I was 46, and it manifested itself. And that was through trips, falls, and everything. I didn't even know. I just thought I'm a clumsy old fella. Okay, and initially I even got misdiagnosed. They thought that I had some kind of cervical spinal injury, which was actually true because I had a spinal injury during my army days. I was in a rappelling accident. So all these were factors that they didn't know until somebody noticed the curling of my toes, okay, the clawing of my fingers, and that's when they say, okay, possibly you have this. So that's it. I still wanted to be independent. Call it pride, call it ego. Okay, I carried an umbrella, okay, instead of walking stick. My nieces called me Harry Poppins, not Harry Poppins. Okay, so that was a wake-up call. But when I started falling, I realized, okay, I need a transfer. I went to a quad stick. Okay, and later in tech able you see the difference there. Yeah, having said the quad stick, over time I realized I'm getting weaker and falling more. So I went on to being a wheelchair user. I tried the non-motorized option, which was more affordable. Singapore, a non-motorized wheelchair with subsidy will cost you something just about $100 over. So there are grants. But if you want to travel, okay, it takes out. So if you are strong, so for those who in a non-motorized wheelchair, you notice they have a very strong upper body, but the key is their hands. So mine is a challenge, which means I'm relying on my caregiver, and it's not fair. Okay, because she has a life, she has to do things on her own. So what happened is I transferred. Now the thing is, I had the same concern. How much is it going to cost? Because I was unemployed. COVID hit everyone worldwide. And I was told, okay, the cheapest will be $1,500. But you can get it at 80% off, 90% off through the medical system. So the subsidy was there. I ended up paying only about 10%. Okay, they followed through. I had to take my driving license. How to use a motorized wheelchair safely. Okay, and of course there's some of us who basically saw like the Americans like to say we pimp it up. Okay, so mine has lights. Okay, the reason I put this is because I like going out at night. So at least I have a bit more confidence, less anxiety. Okay, and of course I scare the heebie-jeebies out of people when I'm traveling. Okay, they see the thing flashing and coming towards them. Right? But you know, it helps me become more independent. And because of this, I can travel on my own without my. So the government does help to answer that question. Okay, tremendously in terms of subsidies.
So if it's going to be a luxury wheelchair, does it mean in your case it's peculiar?
It's actually quite normal. When you talk about my case as to my disability or the access to the, it is very normal. That you know, we do have challenges, but it's a matter of the social services agencies and say, well, how they help. So we got a lot of, like say, key players. Social service agencies are key because that's where medical social workers come into play. So regardless of where you stay, you can actually approach, or somebody can refer you, and the government comes in to do that, even to the point of funding as well. Yeah.
So is there any possibility that if somebody, you had a midlife disability journey, so if somebody gets into that, maybe they are living in an apartment flat, they are okay, they encounter this with the government looking for this.
So there is a lot more to the support here. And yes, that is a good question. So the government looks at every aspect. Like I said, medical and social. So social includes the cost of living. How do we actually make sure nobody is living off the street? And the social service agencies, the unsung heroes and the social workers, okay, or what we call the social service tribe, okay, of the ecosystem, everybody looks out. We try to see what they can do. But then again, there is still the hot case where you can bring the horse to the well or the river, but it's whether they want. And sometimes it's a hot fight. Okay? But there are always, there's a watchful eye one way or the other to make sure. And that applies not only to PWDs but to the elderly, the infirm, even those with mental health challenges. That's why the caregiving programs are very important. Okay. Okay, we're going to go down.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to show you something really interesting. Okay, it's something that we dread, but I will not spoil it. Okay, so follow me. And one of the challenges about strokes is the only way is therapy or physiotherapy. Okay, what's the other challenge? The same thing as psychiatry. We are fearful, okay, to actually go. Not say fearful. We have a lot of anxiety. Every PWD has anxiety. All right, from traveling, from access to even how people see us. So, in the hospital setting, it's very clinical. Okay, and in fact, you can say almost industrial the layout, right? Okay. Here, basically, we wanted them to feel comfortable coming where they are not judged. People don't look at them like, oh, okay, you know, that kind of thing. So we have a stroke support station.
Oh wow.
Another wonderful partner. Okay. And what they do here basically is rehabilitation.
Okay.
And that rehabilitation actually allows them to use this whole space, okay, to get back sense of mobility, confidence, okay. And it's not surprising to see them actually use the ramp and the stairs as part of their physio. Because most hospitals is staircase or you know. And what's worse is that it's very clinical. Here they really take a very hands-on approach and feel, hey, let's do this at your own time, at your own pace. And because it is a community, they come in and they feel that I have another stroke patient I can talk to. And caregivers, okay, will have a chance to sit down and really exchange notes. How are you doing? How do you manage to do this? So that community-based spirit is one of the things about this village. Okay? Now that said, okay, nothing is complete without, and I use the dreaded word, fitness. Okay? So I'm going to ask this question. Remember, His Excellency is here. If you lie, he will tell God. How many of you go to the gym regularly? Okay, you look like a gym person. You look like a gym person. Okay, Excellency, you definitely look like a gym person. Okay, ladies, I'm not going to say anything and risk getting slapped, but you all look pretty good.
Thank you.
How many of you do it regularly? Maybe that would be the better question. Alright?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me introduce you, okay, to Singapore's first inclusive gym.
Wow.
And to answer the question that you asked, yes, it's funded by the
Thank you very much for joining me, the voice of ability and for persons with disability, on the Helping Hand TV show. This is where we take a break. I'll go for a quick break. I'll be right back. Enjoy the show.
We'll be right back.
Success is a product of hard and wise work. Here's 60-second success with the Bishop. Stay tuned.
Welcome to 60 Second Success with the Bishop, where I give you success nuggets for a successful life. In order to achieve success, there must be the right mix of various factors: discipline, determination, excellence, patience, integrity, hard and wise work. Success doesn't happen automatically. Success happens intentionally. To succeed in life, you must build capacity enough to be able to rise above the challenges and difficulties of life. Challenges don't discriminate. Challenges don't differentiate. Challenges are inevitable. Challenges don't escape race. Challenges don't escape status. Challenges don't escape gender. No matter who you are, you will encounter challenges. Remember that your ability to rise above challenges is integral and necessary on your success journey. It has taken 60 seconds for me to give you this success tip, but it will take more than 60 seconds for you to put it to work in your life. So start your journey to success now.
Welcome back.
Hello, welcome back to the Helping Hand TV show. With me, the voice of ability and for persons with disability. This is a special edition Helping Hand is coming to you all the way from Singapore. The Helping Hand team, we are in Singapore and we are visiting the Enabling Village, a disability hub, and it was an experience to be cherished. I want to share with you some of the things we learned from the Enabling Village. It's a Helping Hand TV show. Let's go into the tour. Enjoy it. We'll be right back.
Is the Helping Hand TV show we can visit at Singapore. H4P at Singapore.
This is a very special edition coming to you all the way from Singapore. Stay tuned. It's a Helping Hand TV show. Hello and thank you for being with me on this special edition of the Helping Hand TV show coming to you all the way from Singapore. I want to apologize sincerely for the poor sound quality and the poor picture quality. But apart from that, so many lessons, so many takeaways that we can take from this. And so let's enjoy it and let's learn something. Stay tuned.
Okay, so the absence of weights is twofold. One, safety. Okay. That's why all the equipment you see in this section of the gym use pneumatic pressure or air pressure to simulate the kind of weights. Second, everyone, again, this is actually the answer that thing about the systems. Everyone about the equipment has a tablet. So the assistants here are trained, okay, to actually help you work out. They will set everything and leave it to your privacy, safe space, right? You don't have to keep an eye. Other thing about a gym is that very often get this kind of service. So in Singapore we have this program called Active SG Gym. It's spread across the island. Gyms like this will have, but this is the first inclusive one in 2016. It is one of the inclusive ones because right, this section here. So I talked about how you can accommodate, right? See the chairs, they are removable, and I can move my chair, my wheelchair in and do my workout. Okay, but don't ask me to do that. In Singapore, most of buildings, commercial, shopping, anything, there is a signage like this. Okay. Now this signage is often misunderstood. If I were to use in a shopping center environment, okay, it's very common to see a domestic being or even a normal person put a wheelchair user and then go shopping. The assumption is this is where you should be.
Holding point.
Yes.
Okay, and it's unfortunate that sometimes it's next to a lift. Okay, right. But the actual purpose of this is in the event of a fire or evacuation drill.
Okay.
This is to ensure that a person, a PWD, is given priority to exit the building. When we say PWD, even though it shows a wheelchair, as long as you're using or walking in or any form of challenge you have, this is where first responders or the building's fire team will know. Let them go first. For those of you around, let's assist them first. A little thing, but it goes a long way. Rather than a me first attitude, we try to educate them. And this is so that person. And you see this very commonly in areas like, for example, the MRT tower, train stations, bus interchanges. But it's still a long way to education. People will still think, let's go shopping and come back. Okay? So my caregiver didn't know that once. So just basically to play a prank on her, I see you put me here, I disappeared. I literally went. And then she was panicking. I said, why did you put me there? Okay, and then she said, okay. Alright, so come over. This is actually the chill out area. It happens to be that we have quite a few Instagrammable spots. Okay. This often I'm asked, which construction site did you all raid and take the we did, I think we did, but we upcycled it. Okay, so the thing at the end of the day, it creates a very safe environment for them. But there's something interesting. Let's see how astute you are with your sight. Okay, you heard of Disney, definitely. You heard of the phrase hidden Mickey? You know, if growing up they say if you look at certain things you can see the outline of Mickey Mouse, right? Okay, there's two.
Here.
Yep.
One here.
One there, right?
Yes.
Quite clear, right?
Yeah.
Where do you think is the other? Think like an autistic. Okay. I notice everybody's looking at the smaller ones now.
This one. Yeah, this one also.
This one here, right?
Yes.
And if you look at it, you have to
It
turn
is
your
10. Yes.
It was a 14-year-old girl who actually pointed this out. I didn't even know. Okay, she was on the tour. I didn't know she was autistic. Everyone was going around, "Hey, where? And then she said, think differently. Very simple phrase. And then she did her head this way. True enough. So you see, those on the spectrum, okay, or anything else, have a very different view of the world. It's sometimes better than ours. Okay, so as a tree, okay, if you're one, go in and experience how it is, okay, for a minute, take a picture or two, and then we'll take a lift, because I don't want anyone to get caught. Okay, we'll take a lift, okay, up to our next site. Just very quickly, you've seen how education, healthcare, fitness, okay, and even a bit of recreation plays a very important integral part. What's also important is that we can get some things done as well. Okay, skills upgrading is very key in their development. So every person with disability is actually given different funding. Singaporeans and PRs in Singapore get different funds. Like for example, we have this thing called Skills Future, where every person above 21, okay, gets a sum of between $500 to $1,000 to utilize for their own personal development. Any course, okay, whether they want to go to baking, crocheting, sewing, IT, okay, as long as the course is endorsed and recognized through the different partners, you can do that. But the thing is, it's a percentile. So you can get the funding up to 80%, or you pay a difference, a co-payment. For PWDs, and this is how supportive the government is, okay, we have a foundation called the Temasek Foundation. If you do a little bit of background check, Temasek is our sovereign fund. Okay, it's an organization that looks after our finances. Okay, what they've done as part, like I told you, there's a lot of partners, right? Okay, they've actually given every PWD $1,000 to utilize separate from what we already have. But the beauty of this $1,000, okay, it's not cash. Okay, is it can be used in its entirety. So if your cost, for example, is $500, you can use the full 500. You can pay for it from your Temasek grant to the sum of 500. That's not the only thing that is wonderful. Okay, you can actually purchase equipment related to the course. Okay. So if I don't have a laptop and I need to take up a course that is actually IT related, I can buy that. Okay. Okay. Further to that, if I have accessibility challenges, right, I can actually utilize part of that fund as long as within the $1,000 for transport. Okay. And everything is on a reimbursement basis. So once we pay for it, we submit, we actually get the money back. So in the indirect way, that $1,000 comes, but it is given back to you to ensure that you use it appropriately. Okay, but it's a one-time thing. Once you've used up that $1,000, is there. But these are some of the measures that are given. Okay, and also legal support. You might be wondering, what is this baby bonus?
Yeah.
Okay, so the thing is, the government encourages, to meet the dwindling birth rate. So what happens is, for every child that is born, the government gives a certain amount of money, and it matches it dollar for dollar. Okay, when they utilize it for education, healthcare, Medicare, okay, whatever they can to ensure, affordability is there. Office of the Public Guardian is actually where we get free lasting power of attorney, legal advice, will writing to ensure that we are prepared if anything happens. So these are just an example of what we have at this part of it. Even though it's called the playground, it's a little bit misleading, but it just gives you an idea of what we're doing. Okay, so to a bit of a fun element, no village is complete without a little eatery. So we have one, I think they're very close. It's called Island Creamery, just one of many. Okay, but if you walk through, you realize, once again, I say, look at the fauna, the layout. Okay, so just follow me here. Okay.
You are still with me, the voice of ability and for persons with disability. It's a special edition of the Helping Hand TV show coming to you all the way from Singapore. The Helping Hand team visited the enabling village in Singapore. Well, I'll go for a quick break. I'll be right back. Stay tuned. It's the Helping Hand TV show.
We'll be right back.
It's the music segment on the Helping Hand TV show.
Standing here, not knowing how we'll get through this test, but holding on to faith, you know best. Nothing can catch you by surprise. You've got this figured out, and you're watching us now, and when it looked as if we can't win, oh God, you wrapped us in your arms and stepped in. You stepped right in, and everything we need you supply. You've got this in control, and now we know that you made our way. When our backs were against the wall and it looked as if it was over, you made our way. And we're standing here only because you made a way. Looking back on where we've come from, oh God, because of you and nothing we've done, to deserve the love and mercy you've shown. Your grace was strong enough to lift us up, and you made our way. When our backs were against the wall and it looked as if it was over, you made our way. And we're standing here only because you made move mountains. You cause walls to fall with your power. You perform miracles. There is nothing, that's impossible. And we're standing here only because you made. You move mountains. You cause walls to fall with your power. You perform miracles. There is nothing, no, that's impossible. And we're standing here only because you made a way. And we're standing here only because you made a way, And we're standing here only because you made. And we're standing here only because you made a way. Yes, you made a way.
Welcome back.
Hello, and welcome back to the Helping Hand TV show with me, the voice of ability on air for persons with disability. The Helping Hand team is in Singapore, and we are visiting the Enabling Village, a disability hub, an incredible place. Well, I'm going to take you into the tour. I hope you learned something, especially Ghana. I hope you learned something. This is the Helping Hand TV show. Let's go into the tour. The Enabling Village, Singapore. It's a Helping Hand TV show. Stay tuned.
Is the Helping Hand TV show we can visit at Singapore. H4P at Singapore.
This is a very special edition coming to you all the way from Singapore. Stay tuned. It's a Helping Hand TV show.
This area here is actually our activity area. We have flea markets, we have events, everything that we can do. Like I said, the whole idea is to create that wonderful little place for us to come. We have what is always done every year. What we have every year is this thing called Purple Parade. In Goa, they call it a different name, but purple. So purple seems to be the universal color. So the Purple Parade is actually a calling of all the different organizations on the island. As long as you support inclusivity, you want to be able to show your unity. This is what it is a kind of event we look forward to. And if I remember correctly, I think it's going to be on the 4th of November. And every year between the 30th of November to 3rd December, we celebrate World Disability Day with a major series of events. Tours, which your studio will be part of, talks, flea markets. This becomes a big shopping space for all the social enterprises to come together. So like I said, the village is bustling in a way. Not only do you see the aesthetics, but you also see the community coming together. Now, that said, one of the important things that not many places are aware, and it's pretty new, is that we actually have mental support partnership. But with a difference. So take a slow walk, follow me. If anybody needs to use the ladies or gents, or what around the corner. Oh, by the way, this is actually a call center, and SPD stands for Serving People with Disabilities. But we don't use the word people, we use the word persons, we get this to know. And the interesting thing, the call center staff here are all persons with disabilities. So when you talk about mental health, there are different aspects to it. If you're familiar with the whole process, as a para-counselor, I do what is known as triaging. So if I put myself in a hospital setting, right, I'm like the nurse. So I see you, I ascertain what are your concerns medically, and then I escalate it to the general doctor, to a specialist, so on and so forth. The same applies to the mental health stratosphere. Okay, so from para-counseling to counselor to therapist to psychologists to psychiatrists. Okay, and of course you're familiar with the other two. They would be the ones to give the formal diagnosis, the latter being the one who actually dispenses medication. But being a para-counselor, I've come to learn that sometimes it's not about needing to talk to someone. Sometimes it's always about somebody willing to listen. Okay. You know? And that is where this particular organization comes in. Okay? Why is this important? Okay, this is not to be mistaken with, for better choice of words, visual assistant dogs.
Okay.
You know the ones that you're familiar with? They will lead the, okay? Those dogs, do you have any idea how much it costs to have one?
No.
To train one, sorry, not even cost, train. 50,000. Okay, and if I'm not wrong, that's 50,000 US dollars.
Wow.
Okay, but to just moderate it, 50,000. Okay, to get a puppy is only about 5,000 in Singapore. Okay, but this is because the dogs are actually trained from a very young age to actually become visual guide dogs. Okay, and that's a very important role they play. And not everybody qualifies. Okay, this is different. So here, the employees, okay, the role of employee is reversed. The employees are the dogs. Okay, so equal actually has two aspects of animal therapy: the dogs and horses. That's another thing. And what happens is, it is actually a proven fact, okay, that animals can have this profound effect on your mental health. Okay, not the ones that want to eat you, but the ones that at the end of the day, you know, I don't think I know anyone who, after hugging a dog, okay, feels the need to want to go and kill someone. Right? They feel this sense of calmness, almost zen, right? Okay, so what they have is a program, and this program involves, of course, there is the human partner of theirs, where they go through a support group session. Okay, and it's not so much at the end of the day very therapy based. It's really about wellness. So you get to feel, share, you know, people get to know you. Okay, and it can be in a group setting. It doesn't need to be with strangers. Okay, and part of that is actually where you get to interact with the dogs. They're so well trained. They are actually part of the therapy process. To give you an idea, if you have never played tic-tac-toe with canine, you should try it out. Okay, and this is really affordable. A 90-minute session is between $40 to $50. Very affordable. Okay, but very effective. Okay, we basically, and today this is something that is also catering to persons with disabilities. So once again, another aspect of the partnership we have within the village. And this is not to say this is the only one. We have art therapy programs. Okay, anything at the end of the day that helps address not only the physical disability, but the mental challenges we face. It's also addressing the village. So like I say, it's a really wonderful ecosystem.
Is the Helping Hand TV show we can visit at Singapore? H4P at Singapore.
This is a very special edition coming to you all the way from Singapore. Stay tuned. It's the Helping Hand TV show. Yeah, welcome to the Helping Hand TV show. With me, the voice of ability and persons with disability. This is a very special edition coming to you all the way from Singapore. We are visiting the Enabling Village, and the tour has been so insightful, so exciting. So many things as takeaways, so many things to learn. As a nation, as a people, as a government, we have a lot to do. Even as a disability community, we have a lot to do. Like my friend was saying, you can choose to share your plight, or you can choose to share your might. Thank you so much, DD Unlimited Company Limited, and Fast Chapel, my proud sponsors. I'm going to come your way again with a continuation of this series. Until then, remember, Disability is not inability. Take care of yourselves, and God richly bless you.